I'm gonna start off with this MAC Prep and Prime color corrector. Always start off with color correcting your face. Most of us brown chicks are gonna have quite a bit of hyperpigmentation, so you really want to make sure that your base of your face is completely color corrected, because it's gonna make it so much easier to do the rest of your makeup. And I have a lot of hyperpigmentation just in this general region because I had a lot of acne there in high school, and the hyperpigmentation just hasn't really gone away because I haven't done too much about it. And also my hyperpigmentation is just super stubborn. So I always color correct around my eyes as well. You can use peach or orange if you have if you're my color. I'm like this is kind of my color. This is more accurate. The light's quite in front of me, so it makes me look a lot lighter than I am. But I think you can, I'm fairly dark, but I use peach and it works for me. A lot of people don't use peach if they're my color, they stick to orange. But I find that orange is just, it doesn't color correct as well for me for some reason. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Dewy You foundation in Mahogany. It's a full coverage foundation. So I'm gonna put just one pump and dot it around my face. I'm gonna blend that in. And I really don't have to use that much foundation if I color correct. If you don't color correct and you put your foundation right on top of your face with no color correction, then usually you have to pack on way more foundation to actually cover the hyperpigmentation and make your face even and one color. And usually it can mean that you look a bit more cakey. And also sometimes it will make you look ashy, because around my mouth is a lot darker than the rest of my face, right? So if my foundation matches the rest of my face, it's not matching around my mouth. So it's not the right color for around my mouth. So when I put that around my mouth, my usual foundation, it actually looks ashy. It's as if someone puts a really light foundation on somebody with dark skin. So I look super ashy if I do that. So I always color correct, or you'll have to use 2 different foundations. And honestly, that's expensive and it's extra time. And sometimes it's just not ideal. I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs concealer in number 46 Tan, and I'm just going to go over all the places that I think I need more coverage. So around there, around my mouth, around there. And again, I'll go in with my dense brush. I like to just make sure my eyes are just one even base, because it's your eyeshadow will just pop way more. I'm gonna do it in my corner of my eye, and then I'm going to just go straight under and pull it up, so that I'm like pulling my face up a bit. And I go right under my eye purely because I think it looks better on me. I think you get that really dull eye look if you like go right under your eye. And I like a bit to dry under there as well. And I'll put a bit on my eyelid as well, because I'm going to go ahead and put some eyeshadow on soon, and I want it to be a really smooth base. I'm going to take this Revolution baking powder in Banana Deep, and I'm just going to pat that on my eye. I'm just gonna put a little bit there, take the same brush, dab a little bit, and then just start baking with it. I feel like the brush didn't give me a dense enough coverage, so I'm gonna go back in with a beauty blender and really sit it on there. There. I want a pretty strong eyebrow, and I honestly cannot find a strong enough color for the eyebrows that I want. So I'm not going to use a brow product. I'm going to use just a black eyeshadow. Black eyeshadow, if you want a strong brow, just use black eyeshadow, honestly. Stop buying, like, I do love this Benefit one, but it's just like this charcoal color and I'm a bit over it. It's not giving me that strong brow that I want. And I don't have thick eyebrows, so like, I'm already at a loss. Like, I don't, the charcoal just isn't doing it for me. I just like roughly fill it out, like carve it out, I just roughly like define my natural shape. I don't make it too thick on the in this part, the inner corner closest to my nose, because it doesn't look flattering on me when it's really thick in the middle. And then I will just brush it out. I go under it a little bit with a concealer. And I'm just gonna carve out the shape with some concealer just to clean it up, because I haven't got my eyebrows done in a while. I'm gonna use this gold color right here called Shin Shin on the base of my eyelid. I'm gonna use my finger first and just put it on the base. I love gold for a holiday look. And I reckon you just cannot beat gold on dark skin, just looks immaculate. So I'm gonna take a little bit and put it on my inner corner. I'm gonna put this color Jet Setter in my crease, grab it, and then just go into my crease, go ham. If you're new to eyeshadow or you don't use it often like me, always stick to a big brush like this, because you can just diffuse it and you don't have to be super precise. So I really like to stick to a big fluffy brush for doing my eyeshadow. I've never tried lashes with glue already on them, so let's see how this goes. Okay, this actually went okay. I kind of like this pre-glued nonsense. That was super quick. That went all right, didn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna use my own glue for this lash because it just absolutely failed me. Oh, just stick with your own glue, kids, because these ones that come with glue are a bit of a sticky one. Alrighty, in conclusion, I am not loving these lashes. They definitely feel like they are not super, like you just want them to look like they're not sitting on top of your lashes, but they're blended in with your lashes. It's really, really, really hard to make these blend in with your lashes because the band itself is so bloody thick, because it's already got glue on it, and so the band is so thick and it's not a vibe. I've tried my best to blend it in, but that's as good as it's going to get for now. Okay, I'm going to bronze around the perimeters of my face. I'm going to bronze today instead of contouring. I usually do one or the other because it can look quite hectic if you do both, unless your bronzing is really subtle. And I'm just gonna go around the perimeters of my face. Blend it into my hairline. That's when bronzer looks really natural, when you blend it into your hairline. And then I'm going to somewhat contour with it. You always want to do your contour just above where the actual dip of your contour is. You never want to actually go into the dip, because then you're just inevitably going to end up with bronzer contour underneath where your natural contour is, and it's just going to defeat the purpose. And then again, contour around my jawline. And if you feel like it's too harsh, you can always go in with a more fluffy brush and just blend it out. I'm gonna go in with this Christian Dior lipstick. And nothing is more festive than a red lip. This is a cult favorite. So my sister got me this red lipstick. Apparently it is supposed to go with every skin possible. Even really, 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 really dark skin. So those are the claims, but whenever I see claims like that, I almost never believe them, because I have been burnt by that claim one too many times. Especially when they say universal powder, or it's a translucent powder that's universal for everyone and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, is it universal? Is it universal? Because when I tried it on, I look like a ghost. So clearly it's not a universal powder. Whenever you feel like a lipstick just looks off and it's too light for you, like I'm feeling like something about this is a bit off, always just go in with a dark liner, and once you line your lips, it'll suit you. Even the lightest colored lipsticks will look good on you if you line with a very dark liner and then blend it in, and it's like kind of like an ombre. So always do that if you think it's looking a bit too light on you. I'm just going to finish off by setting with this powder. I'm going to take a bit and I'm just going to mattify myself because I am looking quite oily. At least on my end, I'm looking very oily. Using a powder that's your skin color just will blend everything in. If you feel like your concealer's too harsh, your bronzer's too harsh, it will just blend everything in seamlessly. So just put it around. Blush, look at that red blush. Red, very Christmassy. So I'm gonna put it on, very in with the theme. I like to just put my blush just sort of where my bronzer goes. And then I like to put a little bit on the tips of my nose, the tip of my nose. I've got one tip. I'm gonna go ahead and put this MAC highlighter on just in a few places. I'm only gonna do it with my finger. I'm not gonna do any hectic highlighting for this look, to be honest with you. I'll take a little bit and just put it there, blend it in as well. Not sure if you can tell, but it's quite subtle. Alrighty guys, that is the final look. I hope you have enjoyed this look. I hope it inspires you for Christmas and the holiday season, maybe even New Year's, to be honest. Why not? Why not? So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please give my video a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below for anything else you want to see from me. Bye bye.